What's going on, Blues? Welcome back to life as an Evertonian. Fulham 1, Everton 3. Let me start off by saying what a fantastic second half display from Everton. Absolutely, I'm going to say unbelievable because in retrospect to that first half, I found myself after 20 minutes looking at the bench thinking, we need to make changes. Now, obviously, it was too early to make changes, but I was disappointed in how loose our ball distribution was. I was disappointed in how Beto wasn't holding up the ball, losing the ball, looked weak, and it just weren't working. Decore added absolutely nothing in that first half. Jack Harrison's done a few nice touches, created an opportunity for himself, which I'm never confident that he's going to put away. Solid at the back. I thought Jimmy Gardner, though, was a little bit Smith Rowe. He rolled him too easy for the first goal, whip into the box. And obviously, who was it who scored now? Was it Jimenez who scored at the back post? Mikalenko, Jared Bramthwaite couldn't do enough. But we found ourselves getting back into the game. Just on the cusp of half time, Mikalenko's took a shot, deflected, and it's gone in. Everton start taking more shots because that's what we've done today. And we've scored 3 goals. David Moyes must have had some words at half time because there were only one team in it. Second half display, the changes that David Moyes made on the hour, the perfect changes. Dwight McNeil coming on the right-hand side again, which I really like because ultimately when he's playing on the left, he's just whipping the ball in on his left foot as he's got to drive down the left-hand side. He can't come back in. You know, a lot of right-sided players, they've got a left foot. And I feel he can hit aircrafts from there and he can cut in and whip it in almost like a deep ball into the box from an inside position. Listen, it might get a little bit predictable, but then if we can get like an overloading fullback who can whip balls in with his right peg, it gives us that versatility down that right-hand side. I really like Dwight McNeil on the right. And, I think that's our first goal from a corner that we've scored in a long time. He's whipped it in. And Michael Keane, superb. So happy for Michael Keane. I'm going to be honest. When you see the team sheet and you hear that Michael Keane's playing, you go, oh. And I hate feeling like that towards the lad. And he scored an absolute brilliant goal from right at the back post. VAR was looking for something to try and rule it out. There was nothing there. And Michael Keane scored. And I'm happy for the lad. I really, really am. I'm going to give Michael Keane the man of the match just because of that goal. He's made no mistakes today. Him and Jared, superb, really. Mikalenko's had a good, solid second half, scored a goal, first goal this season. And the midfield improved massively in the second half. Drissa Gardner, Jimmy Gardner, and Jai came on, obviously made his way to the left side. Alcaraz started on the left, came in as a number 10. So much better footballer than Abdoulaye Doucouré. Just composed on the ball, drives with the ball. He's already made his decision before he distributes the ball. He knows what he's going to be doing. Get him signed. Get the deal done. I hope it gets done. And then you look at that starting going into next season. You look at Njai on the left. You look at Alcaraz playing as a potential number 10. And obviously, Dwight McNeil adopting this right-sided position now. We know that they all can interchange as well. And it's bringing in better additions who can really, push those lads to keep the place in the team. Who else can come in? Can we find a number 10? Where obviously then Alcaraz can play on the left and so on. Beto got his goal straight after Michael Keane scored. He's took his shot early. It's bad goalkeeping, but he scored 2 and 2. He'd not scored in like 9 games, but he's on the score sheet again. He had a poor half. He had a poor first half, but he kept going. And that's what Beto does. He runs. He runs the channels. He creates space. He allows Alcaraz to get on the ball and look. He gives him an option. So, really good 3 points today. It's took us up to 13th in the league. Amazing Evertonians singing their heads off in the sun. Just superb fans. I'm so proud to be an Evertonian. I don't get on the away games. I don't. I'm hoping there's going to be opportunities for me too next season. I've gone hospitality at Bramley Moor, and I'm hoping that's going to allow me the chance and opportunity to get away tickets. They're just really hard to come by. I want some travelling days, away days. Be amazing to be a part of it. I used to go away quite a lot. Probably about 10 years ago. But it's difficult to get tickets. Every time like I play away now, I've got a friend whose dad is a referee's assessor, and he can get me tickets, and sometimes we're sat in the hospitality. So when I'm away, like we go to, I don't know, I think the last one that I did with Burnley away last season, you're in hospitality, so you're watching the game from, in the Burnley section. It's not the same. The referee, I'm going to mention the referee in this. I thought he reffed the game quite well today, and I'm really happy how VAR again. They're looking at that as a handball, and he's overturned it. He's gone by his decision. Whether he didn't see it or that's not a handball, he's gone to view the VAR, and he's ruled it out. It's not a penalty. It's not a penalty. You give him penalties for that, the game's gone. It's a yard away from Mikalenko. He's getting back. Look at the shape of Adama Traore's hands as he's running and as Mikalenko's running. It's his hand. It's not a penalty. So, good refereeing, great game of football. I really enjoyed that second half. It really was a game of two halves. I didn't predict that second half, to be honest. I did, honest to God, I did look at the watch on 20 minutes, thought how poor we were, and I looked at the bench and I thought, yeah, at least we've got, we've got Calvert-Lewin on the bench, and we've got Brozier, and we've got the likes of NJ, and we've got Dwight McNeil, we've got Timmy Aburam, who really did well when he came on. He didn't play a lot of football, might have been on for about 12, 13 minutes. Some of the challenges that he did and the recoveries that he did, started off as a number 10 and dropped in as Adrissa came off the pitch. I like Timur Aburam. I think he's going to be a good one. Obviously, he's had an injury-plagued season. He started off the season very, very well. I like him. I think he's going to be a very good footballer in the future, and I hope we can use and utilise him and, something to work with next season. You get excited in thinking of the prospects of Harrison Armstrong coming back as well next year. Can he play as a number 10, play out wide right? The future's bright. David Moyes at the helm. If you look at that game today, once we got back in it just before half time, under Sean Dyche, we'd have come out that second half and tried to not get beat, tried to keep hold of that point, and we might have conceded. And Moyes goes to win games. And that's what we've got with David Moyes. You know, we've got the foundations. We've got England's number one goalkeeper. We've got Colossus Jared Bramthwaite at the back. We've got Tarky when fit. You know, Jake O'Brien. They know how to defend, and it allows us to just push up a little bit further. And that midfield get tighter to that number 9. You know, not massive gaps. Those gaps that I used to see. Listen, up the toffees, a massive 3 points. We're up to 13th in the league. I think we've gone above Wolves. Let's go and win next week. We should have won last week. You know, 2-0 up against Ipswich. It was a poor second half. It's amazing what a week can do. Up the toffees, brand new channel that I've created this season. Please subscribe to the channel. Feel free, if you know, please subscribe to the channel. Click that bell to turn on post notifications. And Blues, yeah, I will see you in the next one.